here from Jakejames Gaming, just bringing you something a little bit different today. I'm currently trying to tidy up my games room where I do my recording, and in doing so, managed to find a game that I haven't played for quite a long time called Crisis Beat for the PlayStation 1. It's just basically a 3D action beat 'em up. It's not really anything special, but because I haven't played it for quite a long time, I thought I'd kind of show it off today. The game itself is nothing special. If anything, it's really quite boring. I mean, you can have a bit of fun with it, I guess, but it's not really, exciting or has anything that stands out. Probably the only fun thing about it is the character design and the way that some of the attacks can happen on screen. Actually saying that, probably the highlight of all of this is the voice acting, which is in fully Japanese, but the translation team did a completely horrible job when it came to it. Just take a look at this.
おそらくメイデーを発信する暇もなかったろうからね。とにかく救援要請を出さないと。
でもさ、ケネスの言う通りだとしたら、きっと警戒厳重だよ。
確かに。
オッツ少佐、どうですか？無線連絡を出したネズミは捕らえましたか？
いえ、まだです。ですがいかに巨船といえども、所詮は船です。時間の問題かと。
そうですね。
So yeah, not the greatest work done by them, but the action itself is okay, if passable at best. You only have a couple of attack buttons, but you can actually just combo stuff, so you could do punch and kick, punch, kick, and they do end up having special moves at the end of each of these. You do have another special move which will, in typical 3D beat 'em up, or just typical beat 'em up fashion, remove part of your health, which you kind of use more if you're getting comboed by a boss, but rarely did I ever use it just out of choice. Weirdest thing out of all of this is just that none of the enemies really give a damn about trying to attack you. They'll just stand around, they'll happily wait to be absolutely murdered. And because of this, it just means that you can walk up to them, grab them, put them on wherever you want, and then just use special attacks on them then. There's a lot of destructible environments, which is pretty cool to be honest, and you can pretty much just get away with using them all of the time. One of the worst things though is the fact that there's no challenge whatsoever. It's only a few bosses that might actually try and hit you, or the odd poke from an enemy that's trying to interrupt an attack, but other than that, there is no challenge whatsoever. I managed to beat this with all 4 characters. Pretty much it takes about maybe an hour between them, but that's 4 hours of gameplay, and that's it. So there's not really much to be said. It's very cheap as well. You can easily just walk into a character, get them against the wall, and then just juggle them almost infinitely, which takes off quite a fair chunk of damage, so you can easily whittle them down very quickly. And this applies to every single enemy in the game. Bosses are not excluded, so challenge-wise, there's not really that much reason to not do it because you want to win and progress. This is 2-player. I can imagine it's probably quite fun to play 2-player, but again, it's such an easy game to play anyway that with 2 of you, it probably would seem incredibly unfair to play it that way, so maybe keep it as a 1-player game, or if someone wants to actually have a go of it, and you can find someone that wants to play you with 2-player with this, as opposed to playing something like Streets of Rage, Final Fights, much better games that are actually out, then I guess you could have a go at it, but it's not really something I would say, oh yeah, let's have a waz on this one instead for a change. Overall though, it's kind of a game where I think, had I not just randomly had it in my collection, just buried away in a box, I probably never would have heard of this, nor would I have ever played it whatsoever. Like most of the games I own, I don't really know where I came across this one, but it's now in the collection, and thought, I'm looking for something just to play, just to lose a few hours with, let's choose this one. And to be fair, for that reason, it's not a bad time. I didn't dislike it, but I can't really say, oh, it's one you should go out and go buy instantly. I haven't really checked the prices online to see how much it is either, but if you just want to waste a few hours and you do see it for dirt cheap, then by all means give it a go, you might find some fun in it. It's one of those games where I think there was a lot of thought put in at the very earliest stage, and then as development went across, they kind of just did the absolute bare minimum to get it out there. There's no computer AI, all the stages are exactly the same. The voice acting is good in Japanese, but the translation is absolutely horrible. It's that bad, so bad it's good horrible though, so I'll let it off for that reason. The challenge is just not there. You can put it on the hardest difficulty, doesn't really make a difference, they just have a bit more health. But that's about it really. So if it looks like you might enjoy this, then potentially give it a bit of fun, give it a go even, but other than that, it's not really one that I could say, you know, look out for on eBay or Amazon or on your travels and try and pick it up instantly. Either which way, this has just been a bit of just a throwaway, not a throwaway video, but just one to kind of just put it out there as I try and tidy up, because I don't have the room or the space to try and do a normal video this week. So if you've enjoyed this video, or you like this more off-script sort of version of me talking where I have no idea what I'm meant to be saying, then leave a comment below. To be honest, at the moment, I've got a few things in the pipeline, so this is just one of those ones where I'm just figuring it out. Anyways, I've been Tom from VictorPros Gaming, thanks for watching, have a great gaming day.